Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another weekly forecast. And before we get started, I'm going to quickly look at the VIP results. Obviously, I have closed VIP for the time being now. I will be opening it back again soon. I'm just focusing on the current students that we have and making sure that they're sort of all up to date with how we trade. And I'm doing some alterations with the strategy at the moment as well, trying to improve it. But you can see, based on the VIP results, we caught a lovely 9% last week, and the screenshots do prove that. As you can see, when I did share some of this stuff as well up here, and you can see this was obviously from just 2 days, 700. That was about 7%, and that was these 2 days. So you can see from Wednesday and Thursday. There you go, 3, 4, 5, 6, around about 7%. I think it was on the gold buy that we had on Tuesday as well, which links in. But that was amazing mid part of the week. We managed to. I was pointing countless number of times that gold will get to 32, and we had many people who were like, what's going on here?" They were thinking. A lot of people were laughing, but they just didn't believe it, right? And I don't know where this guy is now at the moment. He's reacting, he's thinking, but you can see price ended up hitting 32, and he's still thinking about it, which is weird. So I'm not sure who that guy is, but yeah, you can sort of emote all you want. It's not going to affect us. We're still going to be catching profits while you're still thinking. Anyway, um, yeah, so that was an absolutely fantastic part of the week. And I think one more thing was the Friday sells that we were getting on the market close. So I'm working on a new strategy, which is towards the end of the day on Friday. And you're likely to see a retracement on some pairs if price is very bullish based on the weekly expansion on Friday. And we managed to catch two lovely trades based on US 100 and US 500 as well on the way down. US 30 did move in the same way, but I'm sort of just focusing on US 100 and 500 at the moment because US 30 just moves in its own way, doesn't it? So we like to see a bit of correlation. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's just get straight into the weekly forecast. So you could see, based on last week, we had this CPI level here, right? And you can see countless number of times price pushed up, pushed back down. I was still seeing this green line broken. I was not going to start selling until this green line gets broken. And what happened? Every time price pulled back, you could see that if I just remove the screen line actually and just draw it, then we've got this full screen so you guys can see. Right. So you can see that price pulled back straight across on this breaker here. You see price pushed up and then retested it and then pushed back higher above this line. Just wicked it, right? And then price pushed back down. And this is where I was trying to get price to push higher. But price failed to do so. It pushed back down right where FOMC was. Price pushed back below the daily opening. This is a manipulation move. So you can see price is pushing back below the actually no, the daily opening was up here, the weekly opening, and then we managed to get the weekly low set in on Wednesday, and then price pushed up at that point, and then we bought. Price then pushed above 32, and then once 32 was pumped around just before London session, price then pushed back to the Wednesday, and this is where we were looking for ourselves. We were expecting price to take out the prior daily low, which it did. It just spiked it, and once it did, price pushed up, pushed back down, set in the weekly low for the week, and then with Friday, price just expanded to the upside. And then you can see that this is actually a full break of 32. We were getting little taps above 32 at the moment, right? So these are like minor. I was looking for a bigger break, to be honest, from like Thursday, expecting price to like keep pushing higher, but price then reversed straight off on Thursday, and then Friday was the main move based on the daily time frame. And this is what you guys have to do. You have to sort of get that sort of top down analysis in. Look at what the weekly candles are doing. Prices now pushed above a previous weekly high. It's been about 2 weeks now, so price has pushed down. This candle is now pushed above this weekly high, which is showing bullish strength. And again, we were looking for bullish moves anyway once price tapped into this, and I can into this area here, and I can show you the screenshot that I shared on the feed channel. So that's why it's amazing being in this feed channel, because I'm still sharing valuable information. It's not like I'm just sharing just VIP stuff. This was a screenshot that I sent based on I think it was back in February 13th, so 2 weeks ago. Price pushed into this fair value gap range, and then this is where I was looking for price to give that reversal to now go and attack these 2068 equal highs, right? So liquidity sitting above here, price will navigate straight towards that level. So that's what I'm keeping an eye on, 2068, right? So prices tapped into this area, and I was expecting price to push back out, and you can see the each day price is just climbing. We're not getting these retracements where price is sort of chilling around. We're getting a straight move because we've had the consolidation here. Price is now moving day by day gradually towards a key level, and which key level I see is 2068 at the moment. So price could push above there, then push back down. But we also got to manage or sort of look at that there is still a 4-hour fair value gap here where price can fill orders, rebalance price in here, and potentially push back down because we are still creating some liquidity on small time frame. But this is where it starts getting confusing, and I don't want to sort of confuse you on the weekly forecast. Like many of you may, some of you may understand what's going on if you follow sort of the SMC concepts. But yeah, you don't want to sort of get too much information on a weekly forecast. We like to sort of give the direction on where I was looking for price to go. So based on last week's forecast, I was expecting for price to push above 32 and then push back down, which we did. But obviously, because it was towards the end of the week, the volatility was quite low due to no fundamentals as well. So next week should be a little more interesting in terms of volatility and red folder news. So we're likely to get a bit more volatility in gold. So going into next week's forecast, what am I looking for? So you can see Friday obviously pushed up, and we ended up getting a PM session sort of retracement around about, say, 78 pips, which we could have caught, but I was just focusing on the indices for that sort of setup. But the same thing sort of applies with gold that could work. So I'll be looking forward to testing that in the near future. But in terms of targets, what I'm looking for is we're likely to see at the start of the week price rebalance Friday's move, possibly pop back into that around about 2030, and I'm expecting price to push above this wick here, right? And there's many stop losses that will be sitting above this wick, thinking that okay, the price goes above here, then it's invalidated. But I'm thinking that in terms of this whole price move here, we've created equal lows. The price could possibly push below back into this, retesting the week prior, 16th of February's Friday's move. We have a wick here, but I'm not seeing it on certain brokers. It might just be the Oanda broker, but if I go and type in, say, USD and then select price.com, for example, you can see there is no wick around that price action here, so it's still a gap, and we have sort of equal lows forming. This price can still push down towards the end of the week, but if I go back to my market one with the drawings on, I'm looking to see price first push and take out 2044, right? This would be a great look to sort of go bearish at the start of the week if price can push there as quick as possible. In terms of the daily, you want to see price break a swing high, collect liquidity, and then so that's going to be to push back above this swing high, right? And then this is where you're looking for some short-term retracements, depending on the bullish move, right? If price does not show any bearish break or like a sort of a bearish move like we got based on here, this is your sort of bearish break, right? Price push down, it popped below the previous low, right? So if we bring this up to there and bring it across, so the bottom of the orange box was a prior low, right? So then price pushed down, spiked below that, right? And then retraced, and then with CPI, it actually made the main move. So that's sort of your bearish break, bearish structure that you get. And obviously, it was in a bearish movement anyway, but that's what you want to sort of see when, although we're getting a very strong bullish move here, you want to see based on something like this. Let's give you a quick drawing. So you get like a move down. This could be classed as a retracement. Price then pushes up, and then you get a bigger move down, trapping the buyers in this area, and then prices obviously retraces back and then continues its move back down. That's your sort of bearish structure, bearish breaker structure, sorry, where price has tapped an area where price can possibly reverse. Okay, that's cool. We then wait for a break of structure if the timing is also right as well. And we have, say, news, say, on a Tuesday or Wednesday, we could possibly get that sort of move back down. Obviously, based on the other scenario, what you could get is price to push back down at the start of the week, back within this range, or even possibly take out these daily lows, and then you're likely to see price attack this level and possibly push above to 2065. So there's obviously always two scenarios. Which scenario is more likely to happen? That's what we're going to sort of look in at the going down in the lower time frames. Right, so if I'm obviously doing this scan right now, so this is how I sort of analyze the market. Based on the 15-minute, we do have a order block here where price could sort of hold off. We had a break of structure, price retraced back into this range, and this was the Friday's move, and we were actually selling around this area here, but luckily we saw the price action wasn't working out, and then we ended up closing the trade at entry. So based on this level, I wouldn't like to see this broken if we want to see price still be bullish. So do we have a 1 hour order block? Or did I delete it? Alright, I'm just gonna keep it like this for now. Anyway, so what I'm expecting to see is price potentially retrace back into here, create another sort of bullish structure where price breaks the lower time frame move down, and then you're likely to see price push back above 2044, right? This is a key level where you want to start seeing that, right, is price still creating this bullish move? Is it sort of gradually climbing? If it is, then you don't want to look for sells then. What you want to start seeing is on the smaller time frame, is price breaking structure? Is it pushing down? Is it failing to break the prior high? Okay, is the timing right? Right, it's time to sort of sell back down to that 2015 level. So we'd like to see what happens. This is what I would like to see based on the move that we've got up, because on the 4-hour time frame, if you start looking at where price is now, price is in the premium level, so you don't want to sort of buy this high in the range. So based on the highs and lows of the last 20 days, if we just go and mark this up here, right, there's your high, there's your previous low, right? Where is price sitting at the moment? If we look where price is at the moment, it's right here. Is this above the 50% range? Is this above equilibrium? So is this above 50% of the range? Yes, it is. It's around about 60 to 70% the way it's sitting at now. So this is sort of classed as a premium price point. You don't want to be buying in the premium. You really want to be buying somewhere below the purple line that I've got here, because this is a cheaper price point. It makes sense. You're never going to buy, sell. Sorry, you're never going to buy at a more expensive rate. No one does that. Everyone negotiates to get the cheapest price, right? And same with selling. You're never going to sell at the cheapest point because you want to make at least a profit. So you want to sell as high as possible. So price at the moment is above equilibrium. So this is where we would like to see potential sell setups form, right? So price can then get back below equilibrium, and then price can be ready to be bought at a cheaper price. That's how you want to see the market. I know a lot of people start buying and selling up here, and they're doing a lot of different scalps, but the market isn't showing you that it's actually ready for a full-on buy at the moment. Sometimes, yes, price may keep climbing up, even though it's within a premium level. But it's based on this move that we have here. We have such a strong impulse move up, right? Price got to actually give some sort of retracement at some point. Even though we did have a small one here, price may reaccumulate. It's a lot of drawings now. We've had a small accumulation phase here where price is sort of just gradually pulled down, got an impulse back up. Price then should use that break block or order block to push price a little higher, and then we're likely to see what happens here. Does price sort of break back below? Do we then start looking for shorts towards the end of the week? Yeah, I just thought I'd give you guys that sort of lesson on how we look at the markets and make sure price is actually in a cheaper area to buy and a more expensive area to sell. So 2044 is the level that I would like to see broken first before selling. Yeah, so that's what you would like to see price push up above 2044 this week here. Price will fill imbalance, and then you're likely to see orders rebalance, and then price should hopefully break structure and push back down. So that's what I'm looking for this week, and that's pretty much it for the weekly forecast. I would like to implement other pairs. Hopefully, leave in the comments if you want to see some US 500 or some US 100 analysis. But that's pretty much it for this weekly forecast. It's been a waste. Peace out.